Hi guys, the Chancellor Jermey Hunt's approach to the economy is nonsensical. He claims that he wants to drive down inflation, he has hinted at tax cuts, he wants to fund public services while growing the economy. We've seen how he and Rishi Sunak's priorities have been contradictory. The only way at the moment to drive down inflation is via recession, and economists have said that this is the mechanism the Bank of England is using to achieve their goal of 2% inflation. But a recession is the opposite of economic growth, and without growth you can't fully fund public services. Mohamed El-Erian, the chief economic advisor to Allianz, explained how the Chancellor is more focused on political goals than economic ones, and that this is another reason why the Tories need to be removed from power as soon as possible. Have a listen.
Talk to us then a little bit, if you can, about this suggestion that we've had in some of the newspapers today for the past few weeks about potential tax cuts coming. What could that do to our stability and our future?
So I think the phrase that has been used for tax cut is that it's politically urgent, not economically urgent, politically urgent. And that's the reality. A tax cut is attractive as a political strategy, but it would be the wrong economic strategy right now. We have underinvested in the country. So if you cut taxes, you're going to cut spending even more. That means less spending on public services, which are already problematic. That means fewer funds to invest in the drivers of tomorrow. So what a tax cut may get you is a sprint for growth, but what we need is more like a marathon. So if I had been the Chancellor, I would de-emphasize tax cuts, and to the extent I have room to do something on the fiscal side, I would focus much more on public services and on enhancing the drivers of tomorrow's growth.
Okay.
This is why perhaps it's better to have a technocratic government. Wouldn't it be better to have Mohamed in charge, because he would focus on what's important, and not Jermey Hunt, who's trying to focus on what's important to the Tories. So what's this about? This is about cutting taxes and therefore cutting public services in order to convince the public that the Conservatives are the party of low taxation. Now, of course, they have been using this idea along with their friends in the media that taxation is a bad thing. But in order to have funded public services, to have functioning public services, you need taxation. And the Tories are not interested in actually funding public services, so they're happy to give a tax cut. Now, Jermey Hunt has not come out and said yet whether there will be a tax cut, but if he's able to get round the problem of the markets, I believe he will issue a tax cut. This will be the last throw of the die by the Conservatives before a general election. He's hoping that this will encourage more middle-class people or richer people to come out and vote for the Conservatives, or people who don't understand what a tax cut for the richest in society actually means. Because this is not going to help ordinary people. Ordinary people rely on public services, and we've seen over the last 14 years what has happened to public services. This is a political move, not an economic one. And this is why the Conservatives need to be removed from power. They're doing damage every day they remain in charge. And unfortunately, whoever's going to take over, of course, it's looking more and more likely to be the Labour Party, they're going to inherit a poison chalice. The economy is going to be on its knees. These tax cuts that it seems that Jermey Hunt is going to push through are going to undermine public services, undermine the exchequer, and when Labour take over, they're going to have to undo those. And this, of course, will be politically difficult because the Conservatives will be attacking them from the sidelines along with their friends in the media. See, we are the party of low taxation. The Labour Party are the party of high taxation. They're raising your taxes. They don't care about ordinary people. They want to take money out of people's pockets, when in reality, it's about putting money into public services. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.